Good day, parents. A warm welcome to you all for today's orientation on the NSS Space Settlement Contest. From the year 1994 till 2018, I think, NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, was conducted this competition, and this competition was jointly organized by NASA Ames Research Center, one of the unit of NASA in California State, Los Angeles, in association with San Jose State University and National Space Society. And this competition was one of the oldest competition which aimed to provide the scientific temperament in the younger minds, because you know very well today's students are the tomorrow's citizens of the world. I am not talking about any country, because every country was developed or being developed by the today's younger generations only. And because these younger generations are going to be the citizens of the country and citizens of the world tomorrow. So, to inculcate the scientific temperament in the younger minds and to provide or to make the children with the experimentation techniques or the advancement in technology or the advancement in the engineering techniques, this competition was helpful. Apart from that, today the entire world, the entire education system in the world is behind only one motto, that is STEM education or STEAM education. STEM, STEM, or STEAM, STEAM, either way. So what is meant by STEM education? Why the world is behind STEM education? Because to become a global winner, to be successful around the globe, the student has to learn this education techniques. As we all know in biology, stem is a part of the plant which is very, very small. But that plant will grow and become a tree, and the trunk of the tree we are using for different purposes. And do you know how this plant is becoming a tree? Because the stem of the plant is one of the major thing which made the plant to grow big, plant to grow strong. Similar to that, even in our today's education system, STEM is the backbone of the education, I can say, and this STEM stands for S for science, T for technology, E for engineering, and M for mathematics. So my dear parents, every student, either they are going to become an IITN, or they are going to become a doctor, or they are going to become an IAS officer, IPS officer, or they want to settle in any other field of the today's employment sector. Any field you can choose, but the student has to develop a knowledge, a sound knowledge about the science, about the technology, about the engineering, and about the mathematics. That's why Sri Chaitanya educational institutions, with the focus of making thoroughness or making students thorough in the subjects of science and mathematics, we started with our techno curriculum. After techno, now you can find the C batches, M batches, Icon batches, MPL batches, Medicon batches, IPL batches, and today we are introducing CO IPL batches. Apart from that, we have S batches also. Any batch in Sri Chaitanya would focus mainly to teach science and mathematics thoroughly to the students by step-by-step procedure, by the principle of acceptance, applying and analyzation. So my dear parents, apart from the science and mathematics which are thoroughly prepared by our children in the school curriculum, we want to promote the students in these fields of technology and engineering, which completely made the stem of students, the backbone of their education level. So, to make the children with the hands-on technology usage, to make the children to understand the new trends in the engineering techniques which are changing every time in the world, we are started promoting this competition 10 years ago. And you know, after we started to promote this competition, every year our children are performing on this global platform in an excellent way, and they are bringing us laurels. And not only they are bringing laurels to our organization, they are bringing laurels to the state they are representing, the country they are representing. Now India is one of the best country in this competition with the highest number of awarded projects every year. You can check it out, 2022 result. India was awarded with 107 projects in this competition, whereas among this 107, 66 awards are from Sri Chaitanya alone. So every year Sri Chaitanya was conducting this competition, organizing this competition in accordance with the NASA's vision. So what is NASA's vision? The National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Not only NASA's vision, today even ISRO is working on the same. Even Chinese Space Research Organization, even Russian's Space Research Organization, every research organization, space research organization around the world is working on the same concept, how to settle the human civilization in space. The main motto of this competition is to inculcate the scientific temperament, to promote the STEM education or STEAM education. Apart from that, to make the future citizens of the world thorough with the idea of space research and importance of space settling. So what benefits the student will get first? The first and foremost benefit is the student will coordinate with the advancements in technology in the today's world, and they will understand the importance of education, and particularly the education of science subject or the mathematics or the technology or the engineering. How these four things, we can say 4 pillars of education, will make him to stand on the global platform, will make him to perform himself as a best on the global platform. Apart from that, all the students who participated in this competition will get a participation certificate like this. This participation certificate is from NSS. And apart from that, the Sri Chaitanya management was providing an appreciation after successful completion of the project. This participation, along with the NSS participation certificate, the Sri Chaitanya management was appreciating the children and providing a certificate like this. So these are the first thing what they get benefited. And after completion of the project report, this project report, when we are checked in the online with the plagiarism tools like PlagScan or Unplag, if the plagiarism level of the project content prepared by the group or the student is very less, then we will submit it to the National Space Society in online. So once the National Space Society was scrutinized it, based on the plagiarism level only, they will make the selections into the competition. If their project was selected, they will get an opportunity to get the invitation from NSS. The National Space Society will give the invitation to the child to attend one of the most important program in this competition, that is ISDC, International Space Development Conference. International Space Development Conference, which is going to be held every year in the month of May, last week or first week of June, every year in any one state of USA. In 2022, our children were attended this ISDC in Washington, DC. So these are some pictures which is shown the group of Sri Chaitanya in ISDC 2022. After the pandemic, ours is the one of the big group. And not only that, around the world, if you can see, almost all 103 students were attended the conference. And out of this 103, 30 students are from India, which is a great thing on the international platform that Indian students are rocked it with 30 attendance. Apart from that, 30 students attended in the conference, our students only 27. So 27 students are belonging to Sri Chaitanya only. No other institution in South India or North India was made like this. Only one private school was there from, I think, Nellore, Ithaca Public School. The student from there, they attended. And remaining 2 students are Indians but attended from New York, not from India. So my dear parents, all the selected projects and the students who are involved in the selected projects work will get the opportunity, will get the invitation to attend the ISDC. That is second benefit for the child. So ISDC was a global platform where the students can perform their skills of project making. So whatever they have the ideas, whatever they have the subject related to the space research, they can explore thoroughly, they can explain to the global community on this ISDC platform. And after NSS was selected the projects, again they will scrutinize it further by separating them grade-wise, class-wise, and by separating them group-wise. Because in this competition, the student can enroll themselves in the individual category so that either he or she can develop her or his own ideas with the help of parents, teachers, and well-wishers. Only one student can perform the project making, that is individual category. The second category was small team, where a group of students, 3, 4, 5, up to 5 only, either 3 or 4 or 5 students together can develop their unique idea, common idea about the space living or space research, that is called small team category to compete. And more than 6 students or 6 students up to 12 students can group together to develop an idea that will be called as large team category. So the projects will be separated into categories and grade wise, and then among the selected projects, the best ideas, the innovative ideas, the new ideas, and the benchmark ideas will be selected and given as or announced as awards. So my dear parents, please understand the difference between selection and award. The projects which are having less plagiarism will be selected. But apart from that, if that project will contain a new idea, an innovative idea, or the best idea, then those projects will get a chance to get the award. So there are 5 awards in the competition, and among all the projects around the world, so every year thousands of submissions will come from thousands of students around the world. 22 countries last year participated, more than 17,000 students last year participated, more than 3,000 projects they received for the scrutinization, and only 145 awards are there. And among all these, the first award is grand prize, the best feasible idea. That means the idea which can be help the NASA or some other organization to make it realistic. So that realistic ideas or the best ideas in the world for that year will be awarded with a grand prize, and this grand prize will brought the student or the student teams with a grand prize winning certificate from NSS and there was a cash reward in the competition for this only one prize. That cash reward is $5,000 and the name of the award is Herman Rubin. But to receive this $5,000, the students or the team has to travel and attend the ISDC must. Without attending the ISDC, they won't distribute this cash reward. Apart from this cash reward and the grand prize, there are 4 more prizes or 4 more awards are there. First prize, second prize, third prize, honorable mention. In addition to this time they are introducing artistic merit projects, literary merit projects also. So whatever the award the student or the team will get, every student will get an award winning certificate. So the award winning certificates will look like this. So this is first prize award winning certificate for individual category or for small team or for large team. So this is next benefit for the child. So the awarded projects and the selected projects, everyone will have the chance to get the ISDC invitation from NSS and attend the ISDC. So what is ISDC? International Space Development Conference was a conference which is going to be held for 5 days every year. Till 2019, it was happened for 5 days. After the pandemic, the recent ISDC in 2022 May, it was held in Washington DC for 3 days only. And similarly, next year in the May, from 25th to 28th, it is going to be held in the city of Dallas. State is Texas. Dallas. So, on this ISDC platform, what type of opportunities the student will get? If they are accepted the invitation and they prepared themselves to attend the ISDC was happening this time for 4 days, and these 4 days we will have a global community which comprises of astronauts. You can see the astronauts whom we met in the conference in this picture. Scientists, Nobel laureates, engineers, professors from the different universities, teachers and students around the world. So the ISDC conference was a global platform where the child can have the opportunity to meet all these designated community, the scientific community. Myself, I am working with this student group from 2013 onwards. In 2013, I couldn't attend the ISDC, but my team from Sri Chaitanya was attended the ISDC, and in that ISDC, our team of Sri Chaitanya had the opportunity to spoke to the India's missile man, and the first person who was the former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Garu. More than 45 minutes he was interacted with our student group. In 2013, it was happened in San Diego near Los Angeles. In 2014, even myself, I was assisted the child as a teacher in charge towards the ISDC. In 2014, our group, including myself, have the opportunity to meet the young scientist in the world, Mr. Elon Musk. That visionary person was having a chat with the student community in that conference. Even our students were interacted with him in 2014 only. But by that time, I couldn't know about much about him. But we met Elon Musk. We met Buzz Aldrin, the man who stepped onto the moon second. After Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin was the person who stepped onto the moon. Even Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, all the 3 people were carried by Apollo 11 onto the moon. We met with Christopher Ferguson, a Boeing astronaut. Richard Garriott, first private man, a private astronaut. So like that, there are eminent personalities whom we met in those 5 days conference. In 2015, our students group, Sri Chaitanya group, has the opportunity to meet with Kip Thorne, who is the Nobel Prize winner in physics in the year 2018. You can check it out. And he was the script writer for the movie called Interstellar, which is shown that there are wormholes like black holes in space or in space, which can make us to travel from one system to the other system, one solar system to the other solar system. Kip Thorne. Our children have the opportunity to meet with Anonsha Ansari, a lady astronaut from Kazakhstan, which is mostly affected by the terrorist groups. Even from that country, we have a lady who went to space, Anonsha Ansari. Our children has the opportunity to meet with Jeffrey Notkin, who is a meteorite man and one of the NSS directors. In 2016, we met with astronauts. In 2017, we met with Freeman Dyson, astrophysicist in the world, oldest astrophysicist in the world. And we met with so many engineers, we met with so many professors, and our children are having the opportunity to interact with them, to listen from them how their experience will be helpful for our students' future. You can only think. Apart from that, the student will get the opportunity to explain their project in two ways. One is poster presentation. The student can make the design of their space colony project or the idea of his space colony project in the form of a poster, vinyl flex, and they will get the opportunity to exhibit that flex in the conference almost more than 3 hours. Delegates will come and interact with them. So the student get the opportunity to present their ideas of the space settlement in the form of a poster. You can see the poster presentations of the conference. And apart from that, on this global platform, the student will get a chance of presenting their idea more than 10 to 15 minutes in the conference orally, oral presentation. But these oral presentations are time consuming, so only limited slots will be there and the selections will be done by the NSS. If we get the opportunity, definitely our student team can go to the dais on that big room. The delegates will sit in the chairs. The student team can explain their project orally. So you can see the oral presentation. Apart from this, on the last day, to honor the work done by the student in the conference, NSS, National Space Society, will call all the student teams or students who are attended the ISDC conference and make a valedictory ceremony. And in that valedictory ceremony, all the students teams which are attended the conference can be called upon to the stage, and individually the student will be awarded with a student achievement or student appreciation or student participation certificate on the stage from the hands of one eminent personality in the conference. Apart from this 4 days, 5 days conference, we are taking our children to make them thorough with the what is happening exactly in a research institute. So on the name of the lab visit, last year we visited NASA Center for 2 days, and next year we are planning to take our children for the another NASA center, that is Houston Space Center, which is nearer to Dallas. As we gone to Washington, we take our children to Florida to make the Kennedy Space Center visit. But as we are going to Dallas in the next year, we are planning to take our children to the Houston Space Center, which is one of the best unit of the NASA, from where the entire missions will be controlled. So the entire ground control of the rockets launched from the Kennedy Space Center will be there in the Houston Space Center only. So 2 days depending upon the availability, or 3 days we can make. So there will be a lab visit. So far our children are visited Griffiths Observatory, California Science Center, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and University Space Science Unit in Toronto, and then Kennedy Space Center for the last 2 times. And next year we are planning Houston Space Center. And apart from this, the student will get a chance of visiting 10 to 12 days USA. And you know, it is the great country and we have a lot of places to visit. So my dear parents, to grab this opportunity for your child, only thing you have to do is enroll your ward in the Thank you one and all.